If you're a bride to be, a bride 2026, 2027, 2028, and you are a DIY bride, I wanted to give you a quick rundown on all the things you need to plan your own wedding. And it may seem far and in between, but it can absolutely be done. And because I've done it, I can give you tips and everything, or make a list, at least give you a list so you won't have to go purchase a list of things to do that you're never going to use. You can just watch this video all the way through and write down. It'll be a short, quick video. And also, I'm going to create another video on and upload it on Saturday to give the rundown. I said Saturday so I can hold myself accountable. But I want to give you a rundown of the total overall expenses for the overall wedding, for the bride expenses that the bride had to purchase, and also groom expenses of the groom that had to purchase, and then the overall that we had to came together to pay. So let me go ahead and get started. Here's a quick list. Obviously, if you're planning a wedding, you're first and foremost, you want to know what your budget is. I will say that I had a really close friend that was a doctor that I could, that I wanted to be my creative director. You guys might know this as a coordinator, but because she's my creative director, she's basically the direction of everything, where to move, how to move, who to be here, who to be there. And I changed that into a creative director because she helped me throughout the entire process. Any thoughts I had, any events that I needed to do, you pretty much need that one person that you can go to or call or meet with weekly to keep you up to date and up to speed on what it is that you need to be doing, or every deadline that you have to meet. And I will tell you to keep in mind that everything that she had, or every deadline that we met, I did provide those deadlines to her, but she was more of the creative director, so she could keep me on track, right? And that was most importantly what I needed, as well as a praying partner. She was my partner in crime. We prayed every meeting before, and we prayed every meeting after, just to make sure that, you never know who is praying on downfall of your matrimony. So I pray that you have somebody that you can also share prayers with throughout your process. So the next thing that we have is the venue. You want to choose a venue that is not so expensive, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, because you're a DIY bride, I'm pretty sure that you want to stay below the budget that you all have. Now, the venue can be a place that rents out for 1 or 2 days. Particularly if you are a DIY bride, the venue does need to be for 2 days, so you all can set up the day before the wedding, so you won't be having to set up everything the day of the wedding. And the venue will tell you if they rent it for 2 days, they give you a discount for 2 days, but I can go into all prices after in another video. Next, you're gonna need a DJ. You're gonna need a DJ for the wedding. Make sure the DJ is up to par with what you all listen to. And also the DJ should be a mixologist of how you want your songs to walk down, how you want your songs when you're walking down the aisle or when you're coming out at your reception. I know for me, my fiance, or my husband now, fiance at the time, he wanted a mixture of 2 songs when he was walking in. And so that's what our DJ was able to do. So you want to make sure they're able to do those things and provide those services. Next, you have a photographer and a videographer. For me, I did not have a videographer. Now, I do create a lot of content by myself, so I knew what to have people within the wedding party and people that were at the wedding captured. But I will say that I did have a close friend and a close cousin who also captured a lot of videos that we needed. I do recommend getting a videographer. It's just that the photographer that we got, he was a one-man show at the time, and so we weren't able to have him do video and photography, and it was kind of last minute, so what was more important to me was the pictures. Now, make sure it's a photographer that can give you the pictures of the amount of hours that you want. You don't necessarily have to book a photographer for 8 hours just because you're getting ready from start to finish. Some photographers will come in and say, hey, I can do 1 hour, I can do 2 hours. Just because it says wedding package doesn't mean you have to choose wedding package, because you may already be married at the courthouse or something of that nature. And so it's kind of like not that particular package, but you can also get into details with your photographer. Next, you have the officiant. For me, we are out of state. We were out of state from our home state, so our initial officiant was a preacher that we've known for a very long time, each of us in different occasions, and he was going to marry us. However, we decided to get married in the state that we've been in for 10 years, which is Texas, Dallas, Texas. And so we found I found an officiant that was that shared the same morals we did and also captured our story in the best way. And so if you want to know how to find officiants, you could also ask in the comments and I can be happy to tell you how to do that. Next, you will need your flowers. I do have flowers that I can rent out if you're in the DFW area, or you can also order the flowers from other people on Facebook Market or Alibaba. Alibaba does have multiple vendors who you can contact on WhatsApp and get a flower quote and pay them. And shipping is pretty high, of course, because of tariffs. But I just have you know that some of the vendors do take 60 days to ship. So you want to make sure that your colors and your orders are done at least 60 days prior. I was on the edge. I will say that my vendor did get my flowers to me within exactly 27 days from order to finish, or from order to arrival here at my home. So I am very grateful. God was on my side for so many things. And next, you have food. We were blessed for a caterer to gift us catering for our wedding. And however, catering you will need catering, and you need to decide if you want catering self-serve or if you would like it to be a buffet. If you would like it to be buffet style, or if you would like it to be serving style. Serving style is when they go out and they take the plates to your guests, or you can do buffet style where your guests line up. And they do charge extra when they serve the guests. But of course, if your venue, there are venues who also provide DJ services and food services. So you also want to decide if you want all of that together or if you want to find your own catering. And next, you will need your food and your cake. Your cake can come from a local bakery, or it can come from Sam's Club or Costco or Kroger or HEB if you're in the Texas area. But if you have these stores, you can also order your cake 2-tier, 3-tier. 2-tier is more, we went with 2-tier. It was very simple, and we had it decorated with with our name, so it was beautiful. I loved it, and it was a great turnout. Most importantly, you are going to want to do your invitation at least 3 months prior to at least 3 months prior to your wedding, you're going to want to send your invitations out. Please be mindful that when you go to the post office, if you put any type of wax seals or anything, they're going to charge you extra, and it's not going to be the regular amount. They do charge extra. It's not just the regular post stamp that they require for wedding invitations. Again, they charge extra for wedding invitations. I also made my wedding invitations on Canva. I can give you the link if you would like. You can just ask for it in the comments and I can provide you that link, where I had a draft of my invitation, and I did make it myself. If you want to see that, I'll also make another video for that. Next, you're gonna need all of your extras, your chairs, your sparkles, your plates, all of your miscellaneous items. You want to write that down and make sure, like, if you want to do like a floor sign or anything that you want to do, or extras such as napkins, if you want to personalize those things, you're going to want to go ahead and order them. Now, I did order my napkins without personalization, but you can order the napkins with personalization. You can also go to Shein, or you can go to Etsy and order those napkins, any banners you want, and order those to have them pre-made. But again, I also made like a aisle of video of pictures for us, and I used Canva and Walgreens to do that. I can also make another video for that. So yeah, that's the sum of all the wedding things that you need. That gets down to the nitty gritty. Again, if there's any questions that you have, please be sure to comment, and I can answer those questions you have, and also be looking out for the next video on my As a Bride 2026 wedding series.